we've been doing has been working the best. So we're going to change it up a little bit, see how it works, and go from there.
For sure. In this first matchup tonight, this is up against Akron, who used to be that, that juggernaut team, that 1 and 2 every semester. With now, like I mentioned, some other teams have been, moving up as well. But with Fisher, kind of Akron, excuse me, probably your longest standing, I guess you could say, rival here in Rocket League. So starting off the season with that, is that, going to be a big, maybe a vibe boost after this? Is this like a match you're putting on the calendar, getting ready for, or how are we feeling about Akron week 1?
Akron's going to be a tough matchup. I mean, everybody in the Super Conference now is, so pretty excited to start with somebody tough, because that way if you beat them, it's a great momentum start for the season, and I think we can do it, and I think we're going to be able to use that momentum and kind of carry it through, and it's really going to help boost our confidence from week 1.
Speaking of Super Conference, this year NACE, I'm sure the news has been out, the NACE playoffs have been set, but the LAN is now top 8. So you're going to get an extra couple rounds at LAN, which previously, if I remember correctly, it was just grand finals were on LAN. So from my observations, you guys have always been a good team on LAN, especially in NACE. When you have traveled and played Akron a lot, you guys have came out on top. So do you think that LAN experience is going to, push you guys over the edge once we get later toward April, towards May? Or, do you think that top 8 going is just another drop in the barrel in the grand scheme of things?
I think that we are better on LAN. I think we elevate on LAN a bit more. We're a little more into it, a little more excited. It's just a different feeling. And I think that top 8 is going to be really exciting for NACE, because before it was all that traveling and all that stuff. And there was a lot of pressure on one game. So now, and we're winning those games. I believe we won the last 2 against, I think it was Akron for both.
Yes.
So it's going to be exciting to see how that momentum can kind of carry through multiple competitions and warm ourselves up and not just go directly into the grand finals. Yeah. So I think it's going to be better overall for everybody, not just us, but I think a lot of teams there are going to be a lot happier with the system that it is now.
For sure. So I have 2 more questions for you. The first one is kind of the elephant in the room. Gyro was signed on this past winter. He's going to be, sitting in the back, kind of observing for a majority of the semester, if I'm not mistaken. That's what he's been doing with CRL. So just have to ask, what's it been like getting a player like him in to watch? How's he been communicating? Just how's the team feeling having him sit around? Because it's usually just been you 3 with you, Matter, and Tool, and now you throw a 4th guy in the meeting. Is it changing anything? How's it been going so far?
I've really liked it, to be honest. He has a lot of perspective. Everybody in Rocket League has a different perspective on the game and how they want to play it and things. And he just brings very new and diverse kind of perspective on how we can play. And he's sitting in the replays with us, and he's giving kind of like a 4th man opinion. So instead of the coach as the 4th man, he's like a 5th man almost with his perspective and what he thinks. And it's easy to talk to him, bounce ideas off him, what we think works, what we think doesn't, that kind of stuff. So even, like I said, like part of our conversation of how we're going to change and move forward, he was a part of that conversation. So I think he's been a great job being kind of the 4th man on the team right now, even though he doesn't have a direct role at the moment. I think he's done a great job, and happy that he's going to be the one replacing me. So
my final question. With him kind of sitting in the back, waiting for you to graduate, for lack of a better term, you, Angel, have been an extremely decorated collegiate esports player here in Rocket League. Back-to-back NACE Grand finalist, a lot of accolades. Goal leader for the school. You were here for longest out of all the Rocket League players. You kind of watched this program go. So this spring, no matter how it ends, how far the team gets, if you want your legacy here, if you want to be remembered by WVU Esports, how do you want that to be?
I want to be just remembered through the system that we created. So I don't want necessarily my results, but I want the Rocket League team specifically to be something that has a longevity and a long life. And it's not because of me as a player, but how I kind of molded the program off the field. And I want to leave behind a program, especially the Rocket League team, that knows what they're doing on the field, but even more importantly, they're doing things off the field correctly. And that's kind of a system that will go far beyond me.
That's an amazing answer, and it's been a pleasure to watch you. Can't wait for the rest of the semester, and thank you for joining for this quick interview. I'm going to send it back upstairs and enjoy the match against Akron tonight.
Thank you so very much, Gabe. That was a wonderful interview there with Angel. I mean, just every time we get to talk to him, it's so great. You get to see how mature he really is and just how much he's grown throughout this system. But let's break down a little bit about what they talked about real quick. that LAN, the top 8 going to LAN is going to be very, very important. Now, again, they need to make top 8. So that is something that we are very much hopeful they will be able to do, because that LAN is just they turn into a different beast. And now with the addition of Gyro, I'm sure that he has plenty of experience in the pro scene on LAN, so it is not going to be any different there. But just I think what you take out of that interview is you just really get a sense of what kind of player and what kind of person Angel is, and why this team has had so much success. And it's because they're not necessarily focused on all this other stuff. They're just focused on themselves, you know, and especially Angel he's just really down to earth, is coming in, doing his job, and he just so happens that he does it damn well. So I cannot stress enough how good this team is. There's a statistic that if Tool scores tonight, it's going to be his 400th goal with the Mountaineers.
It's wild.
Yeah, but yet he's over here. I was down in the facility just before the stream started. He's in there laughing it up, acting like nothing's happened. There's no extra pressure for that kind of thing, and that's just exactly what this team is. And I'm hoping that Gyro continues that pedigree, and I'm sure he will. And with him starting a bit earlier than we had expected, we'll see what that means for this team. Hopefully, all good things. But before we get into a deep analysis of what we expect to happen in this game, we're going to send it to an ad break. Be sure to subscribe to avoid these ad breaks. And throughout the season, we're going to be dropping some exclusive content just for subs. So if you have a Prime sub, go ahead and do that. Or if you want to normally sub, that works as well. We'll be right back on the other side of this ad break. Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk a little bit about this matchup in these next 10 minutes here, because we have so much to talk about. This Rocket League roster has done some absolutely insane things. And we need to talk about it. So, obviously, to start, let's talk about the importance of this game with Tool. Tool 399 goals with this roster.
One off
of 400. Yep. If he hits it, we're gonna go crazy. And I don't even know if he knows. Like,
he's so calm. He's so cool. He's cool and collected down there.
Like that's the thing, is that I don't even think he necessarily knows that he's about to hit 400. But we do.
We do.
And if I believe if Angel scores 13, he'll hit 500.
That's 13.
So he's at 487 right now. So if he hits 13 goals against Akron, you know.
I mean, if he hits 13 goals, I'm about to do a backflip on screen. We gotta do something for that.
That is just under 3 goals per game, assuming it goes 5.
Right.
So that would be a little bit. What's she carrying down there? This lady got a whole suitcase. We're back without the green screen, so everybody
See
can
everybody
see
down
us
there.
and we can see everybody. It's highly entertaining. But back to the statistics. If Angel stream, I'll tell you this right now. If Angel scores 13 goals against Akron, I will gift 5 subs to the chat.
Make it 10.
I will just make it 10?
10.
All right, 10. I'll gift 10, and I'll shake on that. If Angel, if you score 13 goals against Akron and hit 500 in the same night Tool hits 400.
Hey, I'll add 3 in there. Make
Yep.
13.
I'll
13,
get
13 gifted. 13 gifted.
13 gifted for 13
Yeah,
goals.
exactly.
Okay. All right, that works. But that just shows you what this team is able to do. The absolute ridiculousness. Now,
Right.
don't get me wrong, they're playing a lot of games. This team has been together forever. But to have 2 members on your team have 400 goals at a single school,
A lot.
just think about all the turnaround that happens nowadays in Cleveland esports. You don't have anyone staying for 200 goals, much less 2 people with 400. And Angel nearing that will hit that 500 number this season. It's just incredibly impressive, and Angel topping the stats in terms of the team. But let's talk about what this team has been able to do so far this season before NACE has even started. So they went on a 4-run win in CRL, with their first loss coming to St. Clair, then beating Southern Miss, and then losing to Concord in the lower round 1. And then, once again, this is a new weekend. On January 25th, they were able to once again win their first 4 games, but then St. Clair came in and just took them out. And then, but that was a 2-3 loss, so very, very close there. And then a loss to Cumberland, 1-3, both of which are in the Super. I'm sorry, not Cumberland, just St. Clair in the Super Conference. I'm thinking of Valorant and COD. They are in the Super Conference there, but we're looking at 4 losses and 8 wins. So obviously that win-loss is very good, but it's the losses happening when they do. They're coming at a time when they really need to win. They need to win against these big opponents because, look, if we're looking at the wins, we're looking at Stockton, East Carolina, Charlotte, Southern Miss. No one's really heard of them. Southern Miss twice. SNHU, again, East Carolina, Charlotte, Purdue. Names that are not big in college soccer ball. And those losses, Cumberland, St. Clair twice, and Concord, those are the big names.
Right,
Those
the
are
ones you want to take down.
Exactly. Those are the teams that you need to be winning against. And so far this season, we have not seen that. And that's exactly what the entire Super Conference is. The Super Conference is just the big names, you know?
Yeah.
That's all that we see. We're going against Akron first, and then it just doesn't get any easier from there. So this team needs to find a way to do something, and perhaps Gyro could be the answer, but as I look on his stat page, it's empty.
It's empty.
This is the first game that Gyro is going to be in aside from scrims.
Yeah,
right?
He's
Scrim with them, but he's never been in a live match. It has always been the starting 4.
I mean, it'd be a great way to start off on the right foot here.
It would. It really, really would. But that's a tall order. Going against an Akron team that has its 3 remaining members that has been playing so well. You think about the top names in Collegiate Rocket League. You think Akron, you think Ole Miss, you think St. Clair, you think WVU. Now starting up a little bit more, ISU, the Maryvilles, and schools like that. But, you know, those are my big 4. WVU, Ole Miss, Akron, and who did I say? St. Clair. And that's in terms of NACE, right? Akron was the team that made it to the finals that we beat when we went back-to-back. Last season, we weren't even there. We weren't even close to there. So it's one of those things that this season is really, I'd like to call it a redemption, but in all reality, it's a farewell because it's the last semester that we're going to have of this team of Angel, Matter, and Tool. But then again, we're starting off the season, and it's not even going to be that team. It's going to be Gyro, Tool, and Angel. So it's really the farewell season for the original Mountaineer squad. But also, I mean, we're talking about a team that could start a new generation. Perhaps last semester was a little bit of a fallback.
Right.
You know, they got a little comfortable after they won two. We got two beautiful trophies because of it. And now they need to come back and they need to prove something.
I mean, it happens, you know. Sometimes you can't three-peat, you know. You got to do what you got to do. You can't lean back. You can't get lazy. You can't do that at all, especially when you're in a conference full of absolute, you know, beasts. I mean, you know, one slip up and you can fall. And slightly we did last semester. But coming into this one, like you said, a different group out there right now. A debut, right? Which, I mean, imagine if it's a crazy debut, just coming out on the scene. Imagine, you know, just the rookie dominating. That'd be some entertainment right there. I'll tell you what.
It would be. And I have the feeling it's going to be. But look, Gyro has played at the peak of this sport. You know, he's been in RLCS multiple times. He's never missed a regional. He's been top 4. He's been to these lands. He's been to the big ones. So you can look up his name on YouTube, followed by Rocket League highlights, and you'll see an edit. You'll see people talking about him that are not us. And he chose to come here. And during the interview, I was just so blown away the entire time about his knowledge, his wealth that he is providing to the team. And we saw that in the interview with Angel as well. We said it's another perspective brought to this team that hopefully is going to translate into play as well. There's so many unknowns right now. It is really going to come up to this game. And we talked about this in On the Country Roads in both the League Ladder section and the Crystal Ball section. We said, in terms of Rocket League, this opening game against Akron is more than likely going to set the pace for the entire season. And we never really know what is going to happen without seeing it firsthand. And tonight is going to be that opportunity. We just have a couple more minutes before we get into this match. But look, Fate and I have been talking for quite a bit, so we're going to give our voice a rest so that we can give you the best entertainment. So we're going to send it to a break. And when we come back, we'll kick off WVU versus Akron. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start this matchup, and I could not be more excited. Again, this is going to set the tone for the entirety of the season, as Angel said. The good thing about starting the match off with these big names is if it's a win, it's a great momentum starter.
For sure.
But if it's a loss, you got a lot to work towards.
100%.
You know that perhaps we're not at that pinnacle of where we'd like to be at right now, but I'm hoping here for a win. In terms of predictions, I have no idea. We could talk about stats until our faces are blue from what we've seen from this team so far in CRL, but essentially none of that matters.
No.
Because, again, matter is not starting. You have Gyro in, and the whole ball game changes.
Right.
This is the first time we will see a new member play on this team for quite some time.
I mean, Gyro is a blank piece of paper here. No stats, a ghost coming into this, hoping to prove everybody and see, what can you do?
Yeah.
Obviously, like you said earlier, has a lot of, has played in a lot of important, tournaments and has made regionals, has done great things in the Rocket League scene. But now coming in, and I mean, a lot of pressure has to be on right now, but can't let it get to you, and you gotta just perform.
And I'll say this as well. Oh, never mind. I won't say anything.
We won't say anything.
Going in. Here we go. Tool over the top. Early demo onto Bullseye. And 5 up. Oh, Angel! Early! The Mountaineers go up. I didn't even have time. I was going to talk about some setup. But they say, Kellen, none of that nonsense. Angel from about midfield. Wow, what a setup. 64-mile-an-hour goal there. A streaker. As we get straight into this. But as I was going to say, 5 up and Patty have been on this roster for so long. Bullseye, a little bit of a missed shot there. Going to send it over and back. Pardon me. See Angel over the top. Whew. Nice defense there by Akron. Gyro in the air. The first action we're going to get as a Mountaineer. And the defense coming in strong from Angel. Now over the top. Going to see if he can get a pass. It's going to be Gyro on the follow-up. A beautiful demo there onto Gyro, however. Tool going to go ahead and send this thing back, but they start off quite strong a goal with just a couple seconds off the clock. Wasting no time. Mountaineers now on defense. They're going to have to get aggressive, and this is that kind of offense that Gyro loves to play around. He loves to be aggressive, loves to keep the pressure on, and here he goes over the top. But unfortunately, that pinch is just not going to work out in the favor of the Mountaineers. It's going to send the ball to the ground. And now, again, they're still on this offense, though. Still have some relative control. No one there to follow up. Gyro kind of lying in wait. Bullseye going to get demoed. Now, Gyro playing defense. And here comes the counterattack. Tool over the top, but a beautiful block there by Bullseye, sending that thing skyward. And now 5 up. Going to have the opportunity to clear this ball. A little bit of a miss there by, I believe that was Angel. Tool coming back in over the top. Bullseye has an opportunity, has the angle, but oh my goodness gracious, just by a hair. That ball does not clear the goal line. And now the Mountaineers, Angel just a little bit late on that bump there. Gyro was coming in over the top, and now Tool having to play some defense will get it out. But look at this, a beautiful setup over the top. Bullseye has an option, and that ball is kept out of the goal. Mountaineers playing some beautiful defense, but some close calls nonetheless. Bullseye over the top, as we are going to see these Mountaineers kick this ball down and hopefully get what they presume is another goal with now just 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. That was a close one right there. And it's going to be 5 up, streaking down, trying to get, a demo, but ends up getting demoed itself. A shot on goal there by Angel. Here comes the center, but there is no follow-up there for the Mountaineers. Bullseye now taking this boost and taking the ball, but not before Angel steals it back. A little bit of a 50 win. Tool demoed midair. What a demo there by Akron. And now we're seeing what this Akron team can do. A beautiful pass to Bullseye. It's centered. Who's going to be there? It's going to be Gyro streaking across the center. And now a shot on goal, but not before 5 up. Goes ahead and takes that Tool with a bump, and they're going to see if Angel can sneak this around Bullseye, but he cannot. Patty not saying his name quite as much as I had thought we would be. But Bullseye and 5-up certainly putting in a defensive work here, and a shot on goal is going to go a little bit awry. Back to this right side, and the Mountaineers just eating this clock. And now Bullseye with a nice touch there. Patty over the top. I may be saying his name now, but Tool with the defense. Patty lurking a tad bit. And now, who is that over the top? I believe that was Gyro setting up. Tool says, I'll go first. And look at this. Oh, almost a floor pinch. But it's not going to be there for the Mountaineers. Now, ticking that clock down to under 1 minute. This game has gone seemingly so quick with the Mountaineers scoring early and not much else happening after that. Tool in the air over top of Bullseye. We'll see if there's a follow-up. Gyro with the opportunity. And Tool's going to go ahead and get out of there. Notice that he needs to get on defense. Angel with a nice bump to that back left corner, but not before 5-up centers that. It's going to be Patty sending it to Bullseye in the corner. We'll see if the Mountaineers are able to do anything. Bullseye with a good shot here. No, that's not going to come to fruition for Akron. And now just 30 seconds. Tool misses the bump there on 5-up. Able to get out. It's going to go back, grab some boost. Tool with a nice little wall bounce there. 5-up in the air, using that boost, resets, not able to find it. Here comes Bullseye. Angel goes a little bit wide, and now that shot off the right side, and the follow-up is not there. Mountaineers with just 10 seconds remaining, but they need to clear this ball. They will. That's going to be a demo onto Gyro. 3 seconds. The Mountaineers cannot give up a goal. They need this ball to hit the ground, and it will. Mountaineers go up 1-0.
What a defensive game there by the Mountaineers. Are you okay over there? As we can see here, taking a look at these stats, I mean, the shots on goal, if you actually look, Akron leading in that department there, but nothing hits home. 4 from 5-up, 4 from Patty, 3 from Bullseye. Not a single one will land, though. The saves, the defense from the Mountaineers right there. 4 from Gyro, 4 from Tool, 3 from Angel. An absolutely defensive shutout by the Mountaineers. Exactly what you want to see. 1 goal coming on the car of Angel. Beautiful, beautiful game there.
Yep, Tool still searching for number 400. We'll see if he's able to get it. I'm sure he knows by now if he has looked at any stat sheet before the game. But
Angel finding his first.
That's exactly 1 of 13.
Yeah, 1 of 13.
1 of 13. 12 more needed. He's gonna need to pick it up a little bit.
A little bit. Not at this pace. Gonna have to really go on crazy there, but maybe things can happen. We will see going into game 2 here.
Here we go. Mountaineers are able to just barely get that opening tip. Angel over the top. Tool lying in wait. Gonna steal that ball very nicely. Oh, but not before. Bullseye takes it right back. And just the back and forth nature of this game is perhaps why we saw such a low score in that first game. That defensive prowess by both teams. This can be such a waiting game. Just absolutely need the perfect opportunity. And the Mountaineers look like they might have one here. They do. Tool! 400! Give it to him. Put it on the tally. That man is a legend.
I need one of them Wilt Chamberlain 100-point, victories. Give a little piece of paper, write 400 on it, get his picture. Beautiful 400th goal there. Mountaineers take an early lead here in game 2.
And look at this. He's looking for another one. Oh, we almost had it. But the Mountaineers starting off strong once again. Gyro in that corner. Nearly had it. A demo onto Bullseye. See what they're able to do. But no, this ball goes back towards the Mountaineers side. And wow, what a nice defense. The Mountaineers are putting on Gyro. Getting into the action now. Still waiting on his first goal as a Mountaineer. Yes. We could have a first and a 400th in the same game. Gyro off the top. Is it going in? Oh my goodness. If Bullseye was just a little bit late, we would have been celebrating so many things here for the Mountaineers. And look at this, Patty. Oh, just a little bit late there is the Mountaineer offense. And a little bit of miscommunication perhaps. They send it straight into Bullseye. And now Tool able to get this going. And the Mountaineers now showing exactly what happened in game 1. Score early and wait. And now Tool's going to send this thing back on offense. Centers it. Gyro! Oh, so close. and he's gonna send another shot in. It's burst. Gyro, welcome to the Mountaineer Nation. It's good to have you.
Number 1 and number 400 in the same match. Some might call it a historical match. Look back on this later on and as the first goal Gyro ever made. A part of history here. But a nice early lead here for Mountaineers.
Put it in the record books, folks. Gyro scored his first. And let's see if we can't have a bit of a team ace, give Angel another one. Nice defense there by the Mountaineers, but the follow-up, woo, nearly there, but Tool able to just get the height on that one and dodge what was a certain goal, that 1-2-3 attack from Akron. And the Mountaineers now looking to go back on defense, but Angel not able to get the ball out of the corner. Tool now something. Angel still there on defense, a nice save there. Now Bullseye passes it up to Patty, but nothing's there. Angel, angle,
Oh.
bing, bang, boom. Oh, just one each. Simple as that. I mean, they're just firing.
Wow,
on all cylinders now.
that is insane.
And I had thought Tool actually hit it in, but no, Angel just had the angle. Just
Nuts.
absolutely insane. And the Mountaineers are looking in peak form right now. And oh, another one.
Oh,
Gyro! 2, baby, 2! I don't even know what had happened.
I don't either. I thought it was for
yeah.
a second there. I thought it might not go in, but finds its way. And 4-0. What a game so far. Gyro finding his second there. Second of many.
It looks like they want to send us to our beds early tonight. The Mountaineers just unrelenting offense. And perhaps this is more of a statement as to Akron's decline and the Mountaineers are back, but that has yet to be seen. Akron has yet to... Oh, as I say it! I shouldn't have said anything. Patty.
Classic Kellen curve.
Yep, you know it. I apologize, but Patty able to get that long-range goal. There was just no one back there who can get there in time.
Unfortunate for sure, but still a 3-goal cushion here. Yeah, quite comfortable.
Absolutely. We will see if the Mountaineers are able to replicate their first one off the top bar. Oh, Bullseye with a nice block there. Cannot hate on that. That was just simply a good play. But here comes Gyro. And Tool now getting into the action. A minute 53. The Mountaineers have to avoid getting scored on 3 times. And Tool, a nice bump there. Ooh, but not before Bullseye comes in. And this ball is just going back and forth. And it's a nice setup here for Akron. Ooh. But Angel is there. A beautiful block. That is textbook, people.
Guardian Angel coming in with the save there. Maintaining this lead for the defense. Coming in clutch when it needs to be. In a minute and a half remaining. West Virginia hoping to hold on here and just cipher this clock out.
Yep, and now they are gonna keep this offense. They don't care about this defense. They say, hey, we're gonna keep scoring on you, and you're just not gonna be able to match it. And now, just 1 minute remaining. Tool down the side, and actually gonna get demoed. Gyro gonna get that ball taken by Bullseye. Respawn is there. Angel with a nice little bump through a 50. Patty sends that nice little reverse. A beautiful angle there taken by Patty. And now we're going to go ahead and see the Mountaineers possibly score again. No, it's just not going to happen. But 37 seconds, a beautiful angle there. Patty with a nice center ball off of the back wall. And now 30 seconds remaining. It looks like 5 up wants a piece of it, won't find it. And the Mountaineers with just 23 seconds are looking to put this thing to 2 games to none. 15 seconds, 3 goals needed. It's just not going to happen. The Mountaineers, too good. Can they get another one? No, a shot on goal there is just going to go wide, but it's only 3 seconds left. It does not matter. The Mountaineers are going to put that thing on the ground and send us to match point early.
2-0 start is beautiful here. Look at this score sheet, though. Gyro with 5 shots on the goal there. 2 of those finding the back of the net. A solid percentage there. And I mean, honestly, so beautiful here. The demolitions, though, coming in the side of Akron, 4 on bullseye there. But another beautiful game here for the Mountaineers, sitting us, like you said, match point, nice and early. You love to see it. 2-0.
Yeah, we
Good
could
start.
be out of here before 9 p.m. Akron in need of a reverse sweep. If they pull that off, I don't know. There's
No
nothing,
gifted subs.
Yeah, there's nothing.
No gifted subs.
There's nothing else there. Angel finding 1, Gyro finding his first and then second subsequently in this game. Tool obviously hitting that 400 mark in this game. Very, very impressive. As we head in to what very well could be the last game and what would be a outstanding opening to the season. But the Mountaineers have just 5 minutes and a win standing between them and a wonderful start. Gyro gonna get things opening up here. Ooh, gets it stolen a little bit away from him, not perhaps the location he had wanted. And now the Mountaineers find themselves having to play a little bit of defense while on offense. But we will see. Tool sending this to the right side, but that's going to get taken right away from 5 up, and now up in the air is Patty. Pass back to 5 up. 5 up going to get stolen by Gyro, but Gyro's going to get demoed. A beautiful demo there from Akron. Now that ball going to get cleared back, and they have a good angle on it. Look at 5 up, just waiting. And now things are starting to get a bit hairy as the Mountaineers going to take control of this ball for a moment. But the double demo onto Angel and Gyro is absolutely going to give them the reset that they need. But the Mountaineers were able to get that ball towards Akron's side of the pitch before it happened. So no danger of a goal there, but a danger of a goal now. There's no follow-up. Akron not comfortable with the offensive positioning they had, and they decide against it. Patty going to be able to clear. And now look at this. Oh, if he had just angled himself a bit to the left, he probably would have had a goal there. Gyro trying to clear it. Another demo after demo. Looking like Hira out there. And now a beautiful bump there. That was just textbook. A wonderful bump there by Patty. 5 up comes in, takes it out.
Huge goal. I mean, look at that. Just spread of the defense. I mean, a nice start for Akron. It's what they need to start this comeback, this reverse sweep. This is exactly the start they are looking for, and they will find it here.
Yep. And now the Mountaineers find themselves down for the first time in this matchup, but it is only 1 goal, certainly doable by all means. And now look at this. Hold on. Ooh, the Mountaineers almost had it right there. That could have been it. But they're going to keep on playing this offense, and now a little bit of defense needed. Angel trying to avoid. Oh, wow. That was an impressive steal there, and what could have been considered a shot on goal. Now, over the top. Do they have it? No! There for the follow-up. It looked like Gyro just barely missed it. He wasn't necessarily expecting that ball to be right there for him. And the Mountaineers still scoreless with 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. And now, Tool trying to get this thing cleared so that they can start their offensive attack, and it looks like he will. Who's going to follow up? Angel's going to take it. It's perfectly centered. Oh no, they get it stolen away from them. Gyro sends it right over top of Bullseye, but Bullseye's going to come back. Tool trying to center 5 up, finds the ball, and now Patty is going to be able to clear it back. And they are starting to plan for this offensive strike in the air, though Gyro ties it up.
Huge. Now for Gyro, 3 big ones, tying it up here in game 3, trying to put this away, send this all home early to get some good rest. And is now all tied up.
Tied up with 2 minutes remaining. That is not a lot of time. So whoever scores next has to be feeling fairly comfortable. Look at this, up in the air. 5 up, sends it down straight to Angel. He assisted him himself.
What a, wow, a little self-pass, is that what that was?
Look at this, it was 5 up. I was sent it down.
Wow.
He thought one of his teammates would be there, but no, it was Angel with Gyro close behind. Mountaineers take the lead.
A nice, solid goal there, 2 minutes left. Like you said, this next goal was going to be massive, and there it is, massive indeed. But Akron now has to kind of staying up, or they are headed.
Absolutely. Gyro now with the ball. Tasty little center. Perhaps he can do it again. No, just barely taken out of his hands. Tool sends it back though. Gonna keep this thing on the offense. A nice little bump there. Bullseye had a shot, but not before that ball gets cleared. And now, a minute 30, clock ticking down. The demo! It sets it up perfectly. Angel sets it in. Mountaineers up by 2. Look at this demo. Who was it? It was
Big
Gyro.
Boom.
That deserves 5 big booms there for Gyro. Oh my goodness. And now the Mountaineers with even more of a cushion as we tick down into the 1 minute 30-second mark. Let's see what Akron can respond with. Here's a nice offensive stint though, but not before Angel has anything to do with it. Over the top. I believe that was 5 up. Patty trying to get something going. Bullseye. Gonna go ahead and go on a bit of a defensive run here and getting dangerously close to just handing the ball over to the Mountaineers. A nice block there by Gyro. Beautiful stuff. Over the top is Tool. Here's the setup. It's there. Tool to himself. How about 401?
4-0 run, massive. I mean, this is an absolute offensive masterclass we're seeing right now. Goal after goal. It looked like in the beginning, you know, maybe West Virginia's offense is gonna maybe simmer out a little bit, but not at all. It is picking back up here. And 4-1 is a beautiful spot to be with 1 minute left on the clock.
I mean, this team is just night and day from what we saw in the early season, last season. We're seeing just that offense be so good. That defense not letting up those silly open net goals. Just a lot more precision. Gyro looking for another one. Not going to find it. Hits the flip. And the Mountaineers Tool with a bit of a miss there, but Angel has the backup. Always got each other's back. They've been playing together for so long and playing well for so long. The Mountaineers looking wonderful here, and a nice clear there by Tool. That was looking dangerous, and that does as well, but it's all good. Your boys are home. Ooh, Patty with 2. Patty playing wonderfully, trying to get something done for Akron here, but 15 seconds remain.
It would have to be an insane miracle here, but 2 there from the hands of Patty. And I mean, it's going to have to take a miracle here, but to stay alive, it's what you need. It's what you want.
Shot on goal. Look at this. Tool going to take it out, and they're just going to play keep away here. That's all they need to do. And this Mountaineer squad is going to open the season with a dominant win over Akron. Gyro, send that thing into the ground and send us home. Mountaineers, 3-0. Insane.
Work. Gyro coming in massively there. I mean, wow. Just another goal on that one. Tool finding another one as well. 2 for Angel. Massive plays there. Demolitions coming on the side of Akron once again.
Yep.
But not enough.
Doesn't
Demolitions, that one demolition to kind of aid that goal. That was great.
That was absolutely insane. That is exactly how the Mountaineers need to start that off, and that is a message to the rest of the Super Conference. WVU Rocket League is back. Thank you so much for joining us. We will hit you guys up with Rocket League on Wednesday. Be sure to sub. Be sure to follow us everywhere you consume your media, WVU Esports. And that is going to do it for us, and we will see you on the next one.